What's up? This is Rap Hits, and so that BTB Savage incident is a crazy story because basically BTB got on Vlad TV and started detailing an incident that had happened when people ran up in his home and he had to handle business and take care of the situation. And it almost reminded me of that Soldier Boy story when Soldier Boy was on Vlad kind of saying the same thing of how people was up in his home and he had to handle business. So with the BTB thing, I mean, it was very similar. He was breaking down what happened and he got into detail. He explained everything. But then a few things came up after that story where it sounded like he kept saying something about his kid was in another room, but then he told the police that the kid wasn't there. So there was kind of some strange things that didn't really match up because the girl was saying that the kid was there. BTB was saying the kid wasn't there or something like that. So he had a few loose ends, but it didn't look like he was going to be charged with it because they ran up in his home. It looks like the ops, they took offense to that story being told because not only did BTB Savage tell that story and detail it, but he also had pictures of the scene. It was a very disturbing scene. Look, I'm going to leave a link in the comment section in the description box so you can check out the pictures and the interview on Vlad TV, the one that got him, out of here. So basically, I mean, people are getting on Vlad TV and detailing things and incidents and stuff. Look, I mean, how could they not? They want to get clout. They want to explain what happened. They're survivors, but the ops are still running around. The family of these ops are running around. That's what happens if you ever are in an incident where you got to take someone out with self-defense or legally or whatever. It doesn't really matter because you still probably need to move differently after that because Vlad even asked him if he's going to move and he suggested that he moves. And I believe he might have moved, but I don't think he moved that far. So it looks like this happened in Texas where he moved to. And I'm not sure where exactly he was from before that, but whatever it was, I mean, it looks like it crossed state lines is what I'm hearing. So that's why this whole thing might be picked up by the feds. Yeah, they're saying this might turn into a Fed case. And it looks like they got a suspect. I think it's like a 40-year-old relative of the one that he dropped in his home. And look, I mean, for them to defend the dude that he dropped, it's like that dude ran up in his home. That's a very serious situation. When anyone's dealing with an intruder, I mean, anything can go at that point. So at that point, it's like, do you charge it to the game? Do you just take the L or do you defend the person that got slumped? It's like, I don't know if his family members needed to take out BTB over that. It's like he had no business being up in his place. And now there's all types of stories about what really happened because BTB's trying to say it was all about a studio feature. And that's what he said on Vlad TV. But now it's coming out that this might have been a deal gone bad. So it might have been something to do with that smoke. I can't really say certain words, but yeah, people were saying that this might have had to do with that substance, and that's what this was about. And he might have been holding, I guess he was running that out of his home is what people are trying to say now. Now, this is allegedly. Look, this is all allegedly, but that's just the word that's going on in the streets. So could have this been a deal gone bad is the question. Now, that would add a whole nother element to the situation because he was cleared at first because they were going to say, okay, well, this looks like definitely a self-defense thing. But when it has to deal with that substance, anything that you're dealing with like that out of your home, well, then the self-defense doesn't always work in that situation. At that point, it could turn into something else because it's an incident that happened in the commission of a crime at that point. Because it looks like his girl ended up being the one that popped the dude. But they're blaming BTB for it. The ops was obviously blaming on BTB for it because he was taking pictures and talking about it. I wonder if he would have he probably should have moved real far and never really visited that place again. BTB should have, I don't know, like I said, I don't know exactly where he's from, but he should have moved clear on the other side of the country, like how 6ix9ine did. And like survivors do usually, like even with Troy Ave is remaining in New York, but people are saying nobody really drops in New York. Nobody gets got in New York, they're saying, really like that. But I mean, I don't even know if Troy Ave should probably move out of that state. So that's a good strategy. With FBG Duck, same thing. He was warned by many people. Even Vlad TV tried to get him many times on his interviews to move up out of that city, and he refused. So BTB Savage, he said, yeah, he's refusing to move. He said he'll probably move out of that place that the incident happened in, but he ain't moving too far, he was saying. That's his city. That's where he grew up. People get comfortable where they grew up. They know where everything is. They know where the streets are. They know how to move around, make money and all that in the city that they grew up in. So it's hard to get people to move away. They know people. They know their friends, and they got family. So people really don't like moving out of their city. But when an incident happens like that, you got to really consider moving. That is your best bet. If anyone ever gets involved in a situation like that. And the best thing is to not get into a situation like that if you can. And I think that comes with wisdom. Now, some people are saying that this might have had to do with his studio producer or something as well. So look, there's all types of rumors swirling around about this incident. They're saying that people ran up in his apartment, in BTB's apartment, after the incident happened. And like I said, if this is a multiple state thing, I'm not sure if they cross state lines, but that's why I said it could become a Fed thing. But who were these people that ran up in his apartment? I think they got video footage of them. So there's going to be a lot of information coming out, I believe, very soon. Hopefully they catch the suspects, because this was a serious situation. I mean, it sounds like they really caught BTB lacking. Like, they overdid it. It was like an overreaction, as from what I was hearing and from the reports of how many holes was left up in that car and everything. So look, like I said, I'm gonna leave a link so you can get caught up on everything. I got the pictures, exclusive pictures, and the interview all on one page. So check out the link in the comment section. It's a pinned comment. Also, I'll leave a link in the description box if you need to get caught up on everything that's been going on. Well, what really kicked off this whole thing with BTB Savage. So look, this has been Rap Hits. I'm up out of here. Oh, make sure you like and subscribe.